This is my first episode of the Naked Psyche. I hope you guys enjoy. I basically came up with the Naked Psyche about a year ago, and the whole concept of it is just to have something that's unfiltered and topics that need to be talked about, especially in a generation that is so progressive with a lot of older people in it. It's an interesting world and dynamic to live in. So, as a 20-year-old living in this world, I wanted something that other 20-year-olds can relate to and topics that really just correlate with what we're going through. So, I'm not going to hold too long. This is my first episode. Yes, I have acne on my face. Yes, my hair is not slicked down. It is fine. It's okay. My nails are a little rough. Okay? But it's fine. I have 29 topics, and within these topics, we're just going to go into subsections of each. So I did a random number for the day, and it was number 8. Your perfect body. Let's hop into it. Let's get into it. So for this, I wanted to touch on societal standards for a perfect body as a African American woman. So here we go. Growing up, I used to watch a lot of Disney and Nickelodeon. I started probably around the age of 5 or 6 watching it. And growing up, I remember the shows Lizzie McGuire, Hannah Montana, Wizards, Sweet Life, That's So Raven, Ant Farm, so on and so forth. And for Nickelodeon, Victorious, Zoe 101, True Jackson VP, you know. And if you think about it, most of the main characters for those shows were white people, and the sidekicks were always black people. Now, you did have shows like That's So Raven where, it was an all-black cast for the most part, and the main character was African-American. Cool. Then you have a show like Zoe 101 where you had a sprinkle of a side character. Michael, Chris Massey, Kyle Massey's brother from That's So Raven, who was on Zoe 101, which is Chris. He played Michael, and he was like a main character, but not really. And he was black. If I can remember, him and his girlfriend Lisa on the show were like the only 2 black people. So yeah, and then you have True Jackson VP, which was an all-black show on Nickelodeon. So for the most part, the channel networks back then, and even to this day, in my opinion, have like 5 to 6 running white people main cast shows with 1 minority show. And it's kind of hard to live in a world like that, especially when you're young and you're so visually entertained by the topics that are being displayed and the television and film shows that are right in front of you. So for me, growing up watching Good Luck Charlie, you see a thin white girl and her sidekick best friend Ivy, who's a plus size woman who comes in maybe for every season about 4 to 5 episodes, maybe 6. And she gets a couple lines, is in the whole episode for about a good 4 to 5 minutes, if even that. So it became really, really hard for me to distinguish what a good, perfect body is as an African American woman. Because one, it went into me not being valued as a African American person, and then it goes into the body types, right? So to not see a thin African American woman or a plus size African American woman being the lead, apart from That's So Raven and like Ant Farm, in a show was really, really hard, especially as a kid. I played with my dolls, and I remember growing up, I would play with my dolls, and all of the white girls would be the girls that lived. I had like this 12-foot, it's not 12 foot if I was like 5. It was like 5-foot dollhouse. Yeah, 5-foot dollhouse. And it had 3 levels on it, kitchen, living room, and main upstairs bedroom. And I would always have that house be the white girl's house. It was always the white girl's house. And then I had a small folding dollhouse where you would open up in this 1 level, and that would be the black girl's house. And she would live in that house, unlike the white girl who was like the only child for the most part and lived there by herself. Her parents were rich. This girl was sharing a room with her siblings, and it was one of those things that now looking back at it, it makes me mad that I did it. The girl would never have any of the newest Barbie doll clothes that I bought, you know. It would always go straight to the white girl. And even when I would play out scenarios with my dolls, the black girl was always the side chick. She was never the main character. So it's one of those things, it's like, oh my gracious, is this what society has embedded into us as human beings? That we're nothing more than side characters? Like, what's happening? Help me make sense. Help me make sense of it. It makes no sense. So when it goes into like the bodies, I've always been a thin girl, and even now, you know, I got one of my new sweatshirts I made. I wear like oversized clothes just so people can't see me gain weight. They can't see me lose weight. It's one of those things that's, I don't have a clear picture or image of what the perfect body is, because the perfect body does not exist. Society and television tries to make a thin girl, long hair, you know, good eyelashes, financial status is boom, you know, in society, they're winning, right? But for me, it's just like, that's not real. The perfect body is not real. The perfect girl, the perfect guy, the perfect human is not real. Now, your perception of who and what perfect is can totally be achievable. If I think tomorrow that I look perfect, then boom, I think that. But society's not going to think that, and you have to just understand that that's how it is. But as long as you think that you're perfect, that's all that matters. But it's something that is not achievable for society. It's just not. Take the hottest girl there is out there, and even that girl is going to say some flaws about her, some things that she does not like about her. So the perfect body, it's been embedded. I will say it again, that I need to be thin. I need to have my hair straightened. That's why, you know, growing up I would have braids, not just because it was an easy hairstyle, but it gave me longer hair. And even looking at shows and films growing up, I never saw girls with their natural 4C or whatever hair type they had. They would have wigs, they would have hair braided into it, their natural hair. And I never really saw girls just with their natural hair unless it was like a hood movie, like a movie that was trying to display lower economic, families. Like, I'm trying to even think, for the movie Jump In with Corbin Bleu and Keke Palmer in it, they had braids in their hair. And the only girl that had her hair natural was Kylie. I'm trying to think, or what? She was mixed. It was Corbin Bleu's younger sister. So it's one of those things, it's like, you just gotta realize at the end of the day, you gotta do what's best for you. The perfect body does not exist. If you wanna lose weight, lose weight. Who cares if you're not the main character? You can be the main character in your own show. This is my show and I'm the main character. Let me tell you that, okay? You can't rely on a film or a movie to make you determine your worth and what perfect is, because it's not, and it never will be perfect. You just have to figure out what it is for yourself. And I know it's hard, especially, growing up, seeing these shows, seeing these movies where inclusivity of minorities was not involved, or body types, apart from the standard size 0 to 4 or 0 to 2 or blonde hair. It makes me angry. It makes me so angry, just because for everyone in my generation, I feel so bad that they weren't able to see that. Like, to see how damaging it is to your brain and your psyche and your mental. But I am, I guess, kind of glad, just because nowadays there are a little bit more shows for African American people that are all inclusive. And let me say this, I appreciate BET, but at the end of the day, there needs to be like a BET Kids channel. So it's an all kids channel or young adults channel, only for minorities. That's what I want. That's really, really what I want. Don't steal my idea. I will sue you, even though it's not trademark. Don't steal it. I got to talk to Tyler Perry about that. Me and him are in conversations. So I need to talk to him about that. Just joking. One day I wish. But yeah, that's it. That's the Naked Psyche. Hopefully this helps. Hopefully this starts a topic. Hopefully, your brain is thinking about it. And it's no shade to none of my white friends or whatever. It's just one of those things that for all my people of color, POCs, did y'all realize this too? We're all blind to the societal issues like this. When y'all were younger, did y'all play with your dolls and make your white dolls a lead? Talk about it. Let me know. Let me know what your standards of a perfect body is. This month has been really hard for me, and I've been trying to figure out different ways. That's why I have acne, because I was eating bad and I was not happy with my body because I was trying to compare it to social media. And that's going to be another thing that I'm going to talk about one day, your perfect body on social media. That's a whole different topic. But yeah, just love your hair. I personally don't wear makeup. Even if you got pimples, love your pimples. Talk to them. Tell them that you love them. And love yourself. It's going to be a hard journey, but you can definitely get through it. Yeah. I like this. I like feeling important. I like feeling like, you know, one person's going to watch this and their life is going to be like a little, you know, transformed. Just a little bit. Because of me and my Naked Psykhe. Alright guys, like I said, I'm not here to prescribe. I'm just here to help. So if you really do have an issue or body dysmorphia or whatever it is, seek professional help. I am not a professional. I am a crackhead 24/7. But on that note, I will see you guys on Monday. So I will be doing these every Friday and Monday. Friday to end your week, to give you something to think about, and Monday to start your week, to start a conversation throughout the week. Alright guys, bye.